Hi, Sharks. Imagine being an athlete who has trained for years. You're physically ready, you've put in the hours of effort, doing everything right, but when it matters most, you can't perform. Not because your body failed you, but because your mind did. And that pressure keeps growing to win, to constantly improve, to avoid falling behind. Eventually, something breaks.
Every year, thousands of athletes don't fail because of physical limitations. They burn out mentally. When that happens, performance drops, injuries increase, and many athletes walk away from the sport entirely.
Athletes face constant pressure to compete, improve, and perform, leading to an increase in anxiety, stress, and a loss of motivation. But the reality is, many lack the tools and support strategies needed to manage it effectively.
A systematic review of over 50 studies involving around 14,000 athletes found that burnout was mildly associated with depression and anxiety. At the same time, many parents, coaches, and trainers see early warning signs but are often not equipped with the right resources or knowledge to respond effectively.
Sharks, this is where we step in. We created the Athlete Reset.
A mental health and burnout prevention program designed for youth and competitive athletes, as well as their coaches, trainers, and parents who support them.
The Athlete Reset is here to improve mental health awareness, reduce athlete burnout, and create a supportive hub for athletes.
Our intervention focuses on providing coaches, parents, and athletes the knowledge they actually need to recognize the signs of burnout and mental health challenges through our platform and weekly seminars. By building that awareness, we make sure athletes are supported by the people around them when it matters the most.
A key objective of our approach is strengthening communication among athletes, coaches, and parents. When that communication is open and supportive, athletes are more likely to speak up about their stress, exhaustion, and mental health issues. We create an environment where athletes feel comfortable sharing, and coaches and parents are trained to respond supportively.
This intervention strengthens coaching practices by integrating mental health into performance and recovery and helping coaches guide and recognize its impact on motivation, performance outcomes, and injury risk.
Ultimately, these goals create a preventive framework that will improve support for athletes, diminish mental exhaustion, and increase motivation while improving athletic performance.
Well, Sharks, you might be thinking, how does this actually work in practice? Well, we created an interactive online platform where assistance is accessible at any time from any location. Clear evidence-based modules are provided that teach parents and coaches how to recognize mental fatigue and respond effectively. This is reinforced through weekly workshops and seminars where participants turn that knowledge into real practical skills.
Now, here's where the real transformation happens. The Athlete Reset introduces guided support circles that brings athletes, coaches, and parents together, because silence is just as much of a problem in sport as burnout. These sessions create a space for honest communication, build trust, and break the stigma around mental health issues.
Athletes feel heard, and the people supporting them finally understand how to respond. Instead of reacting to stress, they learn to manage it. Strong athlete coach relationships are key to reducing burnout. So when communication improves, everything changes.
Parents and coaches learn practical strategies like setting realistic expectations, prioritizing recovery, and focusing on encouragement over pressure. When athletes feel supported in their environment, they tend to be more motivated, experience less stress, and perform better over time.
Research shows that when athletes, coaches, and parents receive mental health education and awareness training, they are more likely to recognize early warning signs and respond in a more supportive manner.
Supportive coach athlete communication strengthens their relationships, lowering stress and emotional exhaustion. All of this supports the idea behind the Athlete Reset, where education, communication, and coach involvement work together to reduce burnout and support athlete performance.
So, Sharks, we have a question for you. At what point do we stop accepting burnout as normal? Or because we're ready to change that today. The Athlete Reset goes beyond preventing burnout. It focuses on developing stronger, healthier, and more resilient athletes. When the mind is strong, performance follows. We aren't just training better athletes, we're building environments where they can truly thrive.
Stronger minds.
Stronger athletes.
Stronger performance.
Are you ready to invest in the future of sport?